Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium. And anytime the TCU Horned Frogs take the field, they have a standard, a legacy to live up to. One that was established by the likes of Slingin' Sammy Baugh, Davey O'Brien, and LaDainian Tomlinson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So TCU's offense will take the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team. We're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
The run from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The toss sweep to the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. The Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. They're trying to get to it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Texas Tech's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways and how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them. They'll throw screens. They'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Batista. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
On second down, he'll let it fly. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. At the 40, there he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And 3rd down, they keep it on the ground with their playmaker. They give him the football. They got so much confidence in this guy and their offensive line, and they get the 1st down.
Listen, just to be on the field on 3rd down as a running back means you've got to be versatile, right? You got to be able to catch the ball. You got to be able to block. But if they want to hand it off to you on 3rd down, too, you got to be able to go find a way to keep the drive alive. This dude has all the tools in the toolbox.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Quarterback moving. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. He wants to throw it. Getting some heat. Took a shot as he threw. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Marches ahead. And a short gain here in the 1st quarter will come to a close. Entertaining 1st quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to blast their way in. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. And as they come to the line of scrimmage, they're passing on the field goal. But look, worst case scenario, if you don't get it here, they're backed up in their own end. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Red Raiders will hustle to the line.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Red Raiders send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes a move. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops, and they did on that last possession for them.
Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
They'll go right back to him. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. On the run, it's Sexton. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Red Raiders want to move quickly.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Movement here from the tight end. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, quarterbacks do not stare down receivers, especially when thrown over the middle of the field. You've got to look these safeties off. That was going to be a small window to throw into anyway, but staring at that wide receiver made the safety's job so much easier.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Complete to the right. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Horned Frog. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Red Raiders moving quickly to the line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Leaves it with the running back. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Looking for a deep man. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll... their own 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Give to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Red Raiders in the hurry up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Red Raiders will punt it away on fourth down. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He'll pitch it. Just ran him over. He's now got 78 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. They'll try to pick up the first. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He'll come out throwing on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! And the punishment has been extended. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, running back on the move. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They're bringing heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
What can't you say about how dominant this guy has been each and every week? He's making a case for the Heisman Trophy. He's making a case for every major college football award. He's making a case to be the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft. That's now his 20th sack of the season.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Batista. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he intercepts it. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Try to get it to the edge. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback will audible. Now they're going to throw it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the route is on. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And he added the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
To the air on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Coming after it. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. He'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Dropping back, it's straight. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Red Raiders will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
2nd down coming up. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, he'll fire. He rifles one deep to the left. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Horned Frogs racing to the line in a hurry-up. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. He finds his man. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Obliterates him, still on the move. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. From the gun, give on the inside. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. Touchdown, TCU! And the stomping has commenced. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here he comes from his own end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day off.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Back to throw. It's straight. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. We might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got great speed. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they played. They knew that.
He's going for the big play. He's got it inside the 25. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. They want to throw it. He's got it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll go to the ground. Push down for the tackle. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. Trying to push their way into the end zone on third and goal. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Someone say run the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game. But the offense did their job.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw it straight. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these 2 rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Wide out in motion. Trying to find his man on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Back to pass, it's back. Trying to get to him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit. Just put a little bit more air underneath that and let the speedster run underneath it and make you look like a hero. But, oh, boy, it's kind of the opposite.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Unloads to the wideout. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
I'll tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a first and goal. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Wants to fire on second down. Using his legs to buy some time. And he doesn't quite get the score. Ridden out of bounds at the 3.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up, early down play for this QB.
They relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Thorne. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete. 4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field, you get a 4th and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No points for you.
At the 20, he's got space. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. That is just a sideline credit. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. He's going to pass. Got it set up on the outside. At the 45, on his way. Off he goes. He's at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Cobb. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Auburn lines up quickly.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
Ball still on the 34 after the incompletion. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Thorne. They're trying to get to him. And they got him for the sack. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that pass picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's the danger about being in a third and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Shakes off the tackle. The Bulldogs pulled one out of the fire and beat Auburn in a close one the last time these two met.
Yeah, it was a really good one in the Deep South Oldest Rattle. We've seen so many great games in this matchup, and that was one of them. But Georgia came away with it, and Auburn got to think about that for a whole year.
It's reverse. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. What a perfect play call to get the score.
And you're watching the backside, all your runs, making sure that backside, you're not cheating, not flying to the football. The offense saw something, caught him in it. The defense didn't have an answer. The reverse runs to perfection.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively,
just causing wreckage in the secondary. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, if they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush, they look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Here comes the offense on second down. Running back goes in motion. To the air, it's Thorne. Gets it out fast. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got a man, it's Hunter. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. They feed him again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that one's going to be incomplete. I don't think he got a foot down along the back of the end zone.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth. In field goal range. What do you do here?
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. After picking up the first down, they still have to move quickly here. Wants to go up top. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The back goes in motion. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And the freshman does a great job using his technique in getting the man on the ground. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. 3rd and goal coming up here. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices.
That's the end of the first half. The score,
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. Quarterback checking off. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
Looking for a man. It's back. Fires to the wideout. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Here's the handoff. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll leave it with him. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Out of the gun, the inside give. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit time.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Out of the backfield, he's open. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Yeah, what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on third down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball in the backfield.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After misfiring, it's second down. Looking to throw, it's Thorne. Getting some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll try to get it through the air. Going for it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that third and short.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Brings up second down.
And now on second down for this offense.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Georgia 14, Auburn 0.
Okay, let's make some good calls, offense.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down.
Gorilla! Let's go!
Looking downfield, it's Beck. Finds a spot in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires one high and deep. And he's got it inside the 35. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
They'll throw it on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. Off play action. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming.
Get set, get set.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Caught in the backfield, it's Etienne. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. To the air, it's back. Setting up the screen. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Running for it on 4th down. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! To hunker down, and they are sinking their teeth into the Deep South's oldest rivalry.
And the red and black going crazy.